Diesel is finished. Mazda's new SkyActiv-Z engine changes everything. For decades, the automotive industry believed it had only two choices. You could have the efficiency and torque of diesel, or you could have the cleaner emissions and smoother operation of gasoline, but never both. That compromise shaped the entire history of modern transportation. Now, Mazda claims it has shattered that rule. A company that sells only a fraction of the vehicles produced by giants like Toyota, Volkswagen, and General Motors may have developed one of the most important combustion engines of the 21st century. It's called SkyActiv-Z, and according to Mazda, this engine could deliver diesel-like efficiency, gasoline-like cleanliness, hybrid-level fuel economy, and future-ready emissions compliance, all from a single power plant. If those claims hold true, the consequences could be enormous, because this isn't just another engine update. This is an attempt to reinvent internal combustion itself. To understand why SkyActiv-Z matters, we first need to understand what happened to diesel. When Rudolf Diesel introduced his compression ignition engine in the late 19th century, it changed transportation forever. Diesel engines extracted more energy from every drop of fuel than gasoline engines could. They produced huge amounts of torque at low speeds. They traveled farther on a tank, and they became the preferred choice for commercial transport, agriculture, construction equipment, and eventually passenger cars. In Europe especially, diesel became king. Luxury sedans, family wagons, SUVs, and executive cars were increasingly powered by diesel engines. Manufacturers proudly advertised incredible fuel economy and long-range capability. For years, diesel appeared unstoppable. Then, everything changed. In 2015, the automotive world was shaken by the emissions scandal that became known as Dieselgate. Investigations revealed that same vehicles were programmed to detect emissions testing conditions and temporarily reduce pollutants during tests. In real-world driving, emissions were often significantly higher. The scandal drew global attention to nitrogen oxide pollution, commonly known as NOx. Governments responded aggressively. Cities began restricting diesel vehicles. Environmental regulations became dramatically stricter. Consumer confidence collapsed. Automakers started abandoning diesel passenger cars. Within less than a decade, a technology that once dominated European roads was rapidly disappearing. But diesel left behind a problem. Nothing truly replaced it. Gasoline engines were cleaner, but less efficient. Hybrids improved fuel economy, but added complexity, weight, and cost. Battery electric vehicles offered new possibilities, but introduced concerns about charging infrastructure, towing capability, battery costs, and long-distance travel. The industry spent years searching for an answer. Toyota doubled down on hybrid systems. German manufacturers invested heavily in turbocharged gasoline engines. Others rushed toward electrification. Yet the fundamental challenge remained. How do you achieve diesel efficiency without diesel emissions? Mazda believed the answer was hidden inside the combustion process itself. While many competitors focused on electrification, Mazda's engineers quietly pursued a different mission. Instead of abandoning the internal combustion engine, they attempted to perfect it. The result was a long and difficult engineering journey that lasted more than a decade. Their first major breakthrough arrived in 2019 with the introduction of SkyActiv-X. That engine introduced something called spark-controlled compression ignition, or SPCCI. The idea sounded almost impossible. Traditional gasoline engines use spark plugs to ignite fuel. Diesel engines rely on compression. Mazda attempted to combine both methods inside a single engine. The concept was brilliant. The execution was impressive. But real-world results fell short of expectations. Fuel economy gains were smaller than many hoped. Performance advantages were limited. The technology was expensive, and consumer enthusiasm remained modest. For many companies, that would have been the end of the story. For Mazda, it was only the beginning. Instead of abandoning the project, engineers went back to work. They studied every weakness. They redesigned critical components. They improved combustion control. They reworked thermal management systems. and they started building an entirely new engine from the ground up. That engine became SkyActiv-Z. According to Mazda, SkyActiv-Z solves one of the greatest challenges in engine development, maintaining ideal combustion under virtually every driving condition. Inside any combustion engine, efficiency depends heavily on the ratio between air and fuel. Engineers refer to the ideal balance as lambda 1. Achieving this perfect ratio consistently has always been extremely difficult. Conventional engines constantly drift away from it, depending on load, temperature, speed, and driving conditions. Mazda claims SkyActiv-Z can maintain this ideal state far more effectively than any previous gasoline engine. That achievement alone would be significant, but the real breakthrough comes from combining this capability with advanced SPCCI technology. Under many operating conditions, the engine can ignite fuel through compression, similar to a diesel. When conditions change, it can seamlessly transition back to spark ignition. The driver never notices. The process happens automatically. The result is an engine capable of extracting more energy from fuel while producing dramatically cleaner emissions. Think about what that means. You get many of the efficiency advantages associated with diesel without relying on diesel fuel, without generating the same level of NOx emissions, without requiring complicated emissions hardware designed to clean up diesel exhaust, and without sacrificing the refinement expected from a modern gasoline engine. For regulators, this could be extremely important. Governments around the world continue tightening emission standards. Europe's Euro 7 regulations represent some of the toughest requirements ever introduced. North America is moving in a similar direction. Many experts believed increasingly strict regulations would eventually make advanced combustion engines impossible. Mazda disagrees. The company says SkyActiv-Z was specifically designed to meet future standards without relying on the usual tricks. No excessive complexity, no emissions loopholes, no compromises. Hidden beneath the surface. If Mazda is correct, competitors may be forced to rethink their entire strategy. Because SkyActiv-Z doesn't merely challenge diesel, it challenges hybrids as well. For years, hybrids have been viewed as the bridge between conventional vehicles and full electrification. Their efficiency advantage comes largely from pairing gasoline engines with electric assistance. But what happens if a combustion engine becomes dramatically more efficient on its own? The equation changes. Suddenly the weight, cost, and complexity of hybrid systems become harder to justify. That possibility has attracted attention across the industry, especially because Mazda isn't stopping with a 4-cylinder engine. The company plans to expand the technology into a new generation of inline-6 power plants. Those engines are expected to target premium segments currently dominated by German manufacturers. BMW built its reputation on silky smooth inline-6 engines. Mercedes-Benz has decades of experience in luxury powertrains. Mazda intends to challenge both, and it plans to do so using combustion technology many larger companies never believed was achievable. Yet perhaps the most fascinating part of the story lies beyond fuel economy. Mazda's long-term vision extends into synthetic fuels and carbon-neutral energy. Engineers have openly discussed future engines capable of operating with fuels created from captured atmospheric carbon dioxide. In theory, these fuels could dramatically reduce life cycle emissions. Instead of extracting new carbon from underground reserves, they recycle carbon already present in the atmosphere. If such systems become commercially viable, they could fundamentally alter the debate surrounding transportation emissions. Rather than eliminating combustion engines entirely, society could potentially reinvent the fuel itself. That possibility remains years away. Significant challenges still exist. Production costs must fall. Fuel infrastructure must adapt. Large-scale implementation remains uncertain. But Mazda's willingness to pursue this path highlights a broader philosophy. While much of the industry focuses exclusively on batteries, Mazda continues exploring multiple solutions simultaneously. Of course, skepticism remains justified. Automotive history is filled with technologies that looked revolutionary on paper, but struggled in the real world. SkyActiv-Z serves as a reminder of that reality. Promises alone mean nothing. Real-world testing matters. Reliability matters. Ownership costs matter. Customer satisfaction matters. The true verdict will arrive only after production vehicles reach consumers, and that moment is approaching. Mazda plans to introduce SkyActiv-Z in the next generation CX-5, expected later in the decade. As the company's best-selling global model, the CX-5 will become the proving ground for one of the most ambitious combustion engine projects ever attempted. Success could redefine how automakers approach powertrain development. Failure could reinforce the industry's push toward full electrification. Either way, the stakes are enormous, because SkyActiv-Z represents something increasingly rare in today's automotive world. A bold attempt to challenge assumptions, an effort to solve old problems with new thinking, and proof that innovation can still emerge from unexpected places. For more than a century, engineers have tried to perfect the internal combustion engine. Many believed that journey was nearing its end. Mazda believes it is only entering a new chapter. And if SkyActiv-Z performs as promised, the future of the automobile may look very different from what anyone expected.